We have been taught to fear the wrong thing. We spend our lives conditioned to fear an ending, a natural conclusion to a cycle we call life. But death is not the enemy. It is not the great tragedy. The real tragedy, the one that silently steals your years, your joy, and your potential, is a life left unlived. The true thief is hesitation. It's the voice that whispers, wait for the perfect moment. Wait until you're ready. Wait until you're not afraid. It's the master of postponement, the architect of a future that never arrives. This delay, this constant state of getting ready to live, is the slow poison that numbs your spirit. Death is a certainty, a completion, but a life filled with the ghosts of unmade choices, untaken risks, and unspoken truths, that is the preventable disaster. The real enemy isn't the finish line. It's the refusal to run the race. It's the millions of tiny moments you surrender to doubt, staying locked in a holding pattern while your one precious life ticks by. You are not afraid of dying. You are afraid of reaching the end and realizing you never truly began. To understand how to break this pattern, we must look to the very fabric of reality. Quantum physics reveals a universe that is profoundly different from the solid, predictable world we perceive. At its most fundamental level, reality exists as a sea of pure potential, a field of infinite possibilities. The famous double-slit experiment demonstrates this beautifully. When an electron isn't being observed, it doesn't exist as a single particle in a single place. It behaves like a wave of probability, existing in all possible locations simultaneously. Only when a conscious observer measures it, when a choice is made to look, does this wave of potential collapse into a single, definite particle, a single, experienced reality. Your life operates on the exact same principle. Your future is not a fixed path waiting for you. It is a quantum field of infinite potential timelines. There is a version of you who is a successful artist, an entrepreneur, a healer, a world traveler. There is a version of you living a life of deep love and fulfillment. All these possibilities exist right now as energetic potentials, as waves of probability. But they remain as ghosts, as intangible dreams, until you, the conscious observer, make a choice. And observation in the context of your life is not passive watching. It is decisive action. When you make a committed decision and take the first step, you are performing the ultimate act of observation. You are forcing the wave of infinite possibilities to collapse into the one reality you have chosen to experience. Hesitation is the refusal to observe. It is choosing to keep all possibilities in their phantom state, where nothing becomes real. By waiting, you are choosing to live as a wave, not a particle. You are choosing potential over existence. Action is the mechanism that turns the energy of a dream into the matter of your life. Let's be brutally honest about what procrastination really is. It is not a passive state of laziness or a simple lack of motivation. Procrastination is an active, deliberate choice. It is the decision to choose the familiar comfort of your current reality over the temporary discomfort required to create a new one. Your subconscious mind, which neuroscience tells us governs over 95% of your thoughts and behaviors, is a survival machine. Its primary goal is not your happiness or your fulfillment. It is your safety. It operates based on past experiences and emotional memories. If you've ever tried something new and felt fear, uncertainty, or failure, your subconscious logged that experience. Now, whenever you contemplate a bold move, it triggers those same feelings: fear, anxiety, doubt, as a protective measure to keep you in the known, predictable safety of your current situation. So when you choose to scroll through your phone instead of working on your business plan, or watch another episode instead of going to the gym, you are making an active choice. You are choosing the short-term emotional relief of avoidance. You are telling your subconscious mind that its fear-based programming is correct. This reinforces the neural pathways of hesitation, making it your default state. You are conditioning yourself to be a person who waits. This is a crucial distinction. You are not a procrastinator. You are a person who has practiced the habit of procrastination so frequently that it has become part of your identity. And any identity, any habit, can be unwritten and rewritten through conscious, deliberate action. We are fed a profound lie about what it takes to change. The lie is that you must first feel ready, confident, or brave before you can take action. This is a complete inversion of the truth. Confidence, bravery, and the feeling of readiness are not prerequisites for action. They are the results of it. You do not think your way into a new way of acting. You act your way into a new way of thinking and feeling. Waiting for confidence to arrive before you start is like a blacksmith waiting for the steel to become a sword before they heat it and hammer it. The very process of heating and hammering is what forges the sword. Similarly, the act of doing the thing you are afraid of is what forges the bravery and confidence you seek. The first step will be terrifying. The first 10 steps might be. Your subconscious will scream at you with every reason why you should stop. But with each step, you are sending a new, more powerful signal to your brain. You are providing new evidence that you can survive the uncertainty, that you are capable of handling the discomfort. This begins the process of neuroplasticity, literally rewiring your brain. You are building new neural pathways for courage and action. The first step is the hardest because you are acting against the full weight of your past conditioning, but that one step creates momentum. The second step is a little easier. The 100th step becomes your new nature. You must be willing to act in the presence of fear. Act while your hands are shaking. Act while your heart is pounding. Action is the antidote to fear, not the other way around. Your thoughts and emotions are not just abstract processes happening inside your head. They are energy. Every thought you have, every feeling you experience, generates a measurable electromagnetic field. This is your personal energetic signature, and it is constantly broadcasting a signal out into the quantum field. When you hold a clear intention in your mind, like starting a new business, you broadcast a specific informational pattern. When you feel the elevated emotions of joy and gratitude, as if that business were already successful, you add a powerful magnetic charge to that signal. This is the foundation of manifestation taught in many spiritual traditions. However, there is a critical third component that most people miss: embodied action. If you think about being a healthy person and you feel the joy of being healthy, but you continue to eat junk food and avoid exercise, your signal is incoherent. There is a mismatch between your energetic broadcast and your physical expression. The universe doesn't just respond to your thoughts or your feelings. It responds to your energetic coherence, the alignment of what you think, what you feel, and what you do. When your actions align with your intentions, your electromagnetic signature becomes exponentially more powerful and orderly. You are no longer sending a mixed, static-filled message. You are sending a clear, coherent laser beam of intention into the field of potential. The universe, which operates on the principle of resonance, has no choice but to respond to this clear signal. It begins to arrange circumstances, people, and opportunities that match your coherent broadcast. Action is the act of embodying your desired frequency. It is telling the universe, through the language of physics, that you are no longer just wishing for a new reality. You are becoming it. So you've taken the first step, and what do you encounter? Obstacles, challenges, difficulties. Our conditioned response is to see these as signs that we're on the wrong path, that it's too hard, that we should give up and retreat to safety. This is another profound misunderstanding of how growth works. Obstacles are not in the way. Obstacles are the way. They are the curriculum your soul needs to evolve into the person capable of sustaining the reality you desire. If you want to build $1 million empire, but you currently have the financial habits and mindset of someone who earns $50,000 a year, the universe must present you with challenges that force you to develop the discipline, resilience, and wisdom of a millionaire. These challenges are not punishments. They are training. They are the resistance that builds your spiritual and mental muscle. Epigenetics shows us that our environment and our perceptions of that environment can literally turn genes on and off. When you consciously choose to face a challenge instead of running from it, You are creating an internal environment of stress, but it's a specific kind of stress called eustress, or positive stress. This pressure signals your genes to express themselves in new ways, upgrading your biology for resilience and strength. Ancient wisdom from Vedanta to Stoicism teaches the same principle. The obstacle is the path. Every problem you face contains the exact lesson you need to learn. Every difficulty is an initiation. By embracing these challenges, you are not just working toward a goal, you are allowing the journey itself to forge you into the person who is an energetic match for that goal. The life you want requires a version of you that does not yet exist. The obstacles are the very process by which that new you is born. The moment you commit to action, your old self will rebel. Doubt, fear, and insecurity will surface with an intensity you may have never experienced. This is not a sign that you've made the wrong decision. It's a sign that you have made a true one. Your subconscious survival brain is sounding every alarm because you are stepping out of the predictable, familiar territory it has fought so hard to maintain. This is the critical moment. You must learn to separate the signal from the truth. Fear is just a biological signal. It's a chemical cascade originating in the amygdala, designed to keep you safe from ancient threats like predators. Your brain does not distinguish between the threat of a saber-toothed tiger and the threat of public speaking or starting a business. It just registers unknown and floods your system with cortisol. You have to consciously recognize this signal for what it is: an outdated survival mechanism, not an accurate assessment of your present reality. You must become the calm, conscious observer of your fear, not its victim. Acknowledge it. Thank your mind for trying to protect you, and then take the next step anyway. This is where the power of a true decision comes in. The word decide comes from the Latin root decidere, which means to cut off. A true decision is not a preference or a wish. It is a commitment that cuts off all other possibilities. When you truly decide that you will become a healthy person, the option of eating the cake is no longer on the table. When you truly decide to build your business, the option of quitting when it gets hard is cut off. This act of cutting off alternatives focuses all your energy, all your consciousness, onto a single path. It creates an unwavering energetic coherence that reorganizes your reality around your decision. Don't just make a choice. Make a decision. Cut off your escape routes and commit to the path, no matter what fears arise. The universe is not waiting for your permission slip. It is not waiting for you to feel perfect, to have all the answers, or for the fear to go away. It is waiting for your action. The entire quantum field of potential is holding its breath, waiting for you, the observer, to choose. To collapse one of the infinite possibilities into the beautiful, messy, glorious reality of your lived experience. You have been given the ultimate creative power, but it can only be activated in one place, the present moment. The future you dream of is built not with tomorrow's intentions, but with today's actions. Your point of power is always, and only, now. The fear of death is a distraction. The real question is, what will you do with the life you have right now, in this moment? Will you allow the ghosts of hesitation and doubt to keep you in a state of suspended animation? Or will you choose to become the active creator of your world? I urge you right now to make a decision. Not a wish, not a hope, a true decision. What is the one thing you have been putting off that, if you committed to it, would change everything? Identify it. Feel the fear that comes with it. Acknowledge it. And then, take one small, physical, imperfect step toward it. Send that email. Make that call. Write that first paragraph. Go for that walk. This single act is a declaration to the universe. It is a statement that you are done waiting. You are done living in potential. You are ready to collapse the wave. You are ready to be real. Your legacy will not be defined by the dreams you had, but by the decisions you made and the actions you took. The real tragedy is not that life is short. It's that we wait so long to begin. Stop waiting. Begin now.